Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm here with the sixth part of this questionnaire. Today I will discuss some questions from ecology and taxonomy. Let's start. So the first question is, a taxon whose distribution is confined to a given area is said to be. ऐसा taxon जो किसी particular area तक restricted होता है उसे कहा जाता है. Our options are endemic, neo-endemics, pseudo-endemics and paleo-endemics. So its right answer is endemic. Means कोई भी taxon जो किसी particular area में restrict होता है उसे कहा जाता है endemic. So endemism basically बहुत तरह का होता है. Like we have neo-endemism. इसमें जो taxon होता है that is evolutionary young और वो अभी तक spread नहीं हुआ होता है into the new area. So that is called neo-endemism. Like we have this Senecia combrinensis. Next is paleo-endemism. So paleo means fossilized. So a taxon which is restricted now but once it was widely distributed. Means किसी समय में ये widely distributed था but now it is restricted. The restriction of species in a pocket is due to physical barriers like deserts, mountains, sea, etc. or change in climate or soil type. So जो restriction है, this is because of these physical barriers. Then next type of endemism is epibiotics or relic endemics. So here the plant belongs to the fossil groups and they are restricted to a few pockets due to favorable climate, lack of competition. तो किसी ऐसे taxons जो किसी particular area में ही पाए जाते हैं and rest of the members are extinct. Like we have this example that is ginkgo biloba. और ये जो gymnosperm है living fossil है, it is found only in the restricted forest of China. वहाँ पे ये पाया जाता है. And we have this sequoia dendron giganteum, which is the largest tree in the world, is now restricted to California, Sierra Nevada. So in the इस तरह के जो taxons हमने कहा था epibiotics or relic endemics. Next we have three types of neo-endemics. Endemics जो neo-endemics है उसके भी तीन types होते हैं. First one is schizoendemics. It is derived from having given rise to more widespread taxon of same chromosome number. So इसमें जो ये schizoendemics होते हैं, these are derived from or having given rise to more widespread taxon जिसका chromosome number same होता है. Next is patroendemics. It is restricted diploids which have given rise to widespread polyploids. ऐसे diploids, restricted diploid जो जिन्होंने बहुत तरह के polyploids को produce किया है या उससे बने हैं. Then apoendemics, so restricted polyploids which have arisen from widespread diploids, उन्हें कहा था apoendemics. Next, these are the terms which are related to the spread of disease. So we have endemic disease means they are constantly present in a population or region with a relatively low spread. तो एक particular area तक ही spread होते हैं. ये इस तरह का जो disease है उसे कहा था endemic disease. Then epidemic disease. So there is sudden increase in cases spreading throughout a large population. So that is called epidemic. तो large population को infect करते हैं. Pandemic, sudden increase in cases across several countries, जिसमें बहुत countries को जो disease है वो affect करता है and continents or the world. The next question, theory of continental drift was propounded by. So this theory explains how the landmass was distributed into small continents or divided into small continents. So this theory explains this distribution of landmass. So it was given by, our options are Stocker 1933, Lawrence 1951, Wagner 1912 or Campbell 1926. So its right answer is Wagner 1912. So continental drift has a theory given by Alfred Wagner which explains how the continent shifted and moved over the time. He propounded the idea that all continents earlier formed a single landmass and later shifted their position as they are at present. So he called that supercontinent जो single landmass था, the term used was Pangea, which was surrounded by a superocean जिसे कहा था Panthalassa. So this landmass was there was a single landmass that was named as Pangea, and after it was surrounded by a single superocean named as Panthalassa. And after that, this landmass divided into different parts. Like there were initially two landmasses. First was Laurasia, then side was Gondwana, and it was this both landmass was differentiated or divided by a small narrow sea that was called Tethys. Next question is, the phenomenon of double fertilization or triple fusion is the characteristic feature of which group of plant? Our options are gymnosperms, angiosperms, pteridophytes, or bryophytes. So its right answer is angiosperm. Angiosperm word is derived from angio means vessel. Angio का मतलब होता है vessel. So vessel bearing plants are known as angiosperms. The next in these gymnosperm, gymno means naked. So ऐसे plant जिनमें seeds naked produce होते हैं means they are not covered by fruits. They are not gymnosperms. And pteridophytes. Pterido means, this word pterido is derived from word pteris. Pteris means feather. ऐसे plants जिनकी appearance feather की तरह होती है, bird के feather की तरह, these are known as pteridophytes. These are the first true land plants and commonly known as vascular cryptogam. इन्हें commonly vascular cryptogams कहा जाता है. And the main plant group is sporophyte. Then the last group is bryophyte, commonly known as amphibians of plant kingdom because they cannot complete their life cycle without the involvement of water. इन्हें पानी भी चाहिए होता है अपना life cycle complete करने के लिए. And these are moss-like plants, meaning mat-forming plants. They prefer to grow in moist or shady places. First, the double fertilization. Out of two male gametes, जो pollen grain की germination से pollen tube बनती है, that contains two male gametes. Out of these two male gametes, first one fuses with the egg and it will give rise to the diploid zygote. ये बनाता है zygote. And the second male gamete fuses with the polar nuclei or secondary nucleus and give rise to the triploid endosperm. And one more difference in case of gymnosperm and angiosperm is that this endosperm is formed after fertilization in case of angiosperm, and is triploid, while in case of gymnosperm it is formed prior to fertilization and is haploid. Gymnosperm में जो endosperm होता है that is haploid and is formed prior to fertilization. Fertilization से पहले ही बन जाता है, जबकि angiosperm it is formed after fertilization and it's triploid. The next is triple fusion. So this fusion of three nuclei, that is two polar nuclei and one male gamete. There are three nuclei. So the fusion of these three nuclei is known as triple fusion. इसे ही triple fusion कहा था और इसके result से बनता है endosperm, which is nutritive in function. The next difference between double fertilization and triple fusion. Double fertilization is the process of fertilization as occur in case of angiosperm that I have already discussed. Triple fusion भी angiosperm में होता है. इनमें दो polar nuclei fuse करते हैं एक male gamete के साथ. Then fusion of embryo sac with two sperm cells means इसमें क्या होता है, दो जो polar nuclei होते हैं, दो male gametes होते हैं inside this pollen tube. So these both male gametes fuses. The one fuses with the egg and second fuses with the polar nuclei. So that's why this is called double fertilization. And one of the two fertilizations of double fertilization occurs in case of triple fusion. And this double fertilization leads to formation of diploid zygote, while this triple fusion helps in formation of endosperm and produces a diploid zygote. This double fertilization produces zygote as well as triploid endosperm, while this triple fusion produces only triploid endosperm. So these are the differences between double fertilization and triple fusion. So fusion of one sperm with egg cell to form embryo and the other sperm cell with the polar nuclei give rise to endosperm, that is called double fertilization. It was discovered by Noaschin in 1898 in liliaceous plants, like we have Lilium, Martagon and Fritillaria pinella. So these were the plants जिसमें सबसे पहले Noaschin ने double fertilization का process discover किया. If we talk about the dispersal of pollen grains, so in most of the angiosperms, approximately 60% angiosperm में जो pollen grains release होते हैं, they are shed at two cell stage. तो दो cell stage में होता है, and these two cells are vegetative cell and generative cell. In some species, like we have 40% angiospermic species जिसमें जो डिस्पर्सल होता है दैट इज अकर्स एट 3 सेल स्टेज। तो 3 सेल स्टेज में भी कुछ एक जो एंजियोस्पर्म्स हैं उनमें पोलन ग्रेन रिलीज होते हैं एट 3 सेल स्टेज। इन सम स्पीशीज बिफोर द शेडिंग ऑफ पोलन ग्रेन जनरेटिव सेल डिवाइड्स mitotically to give rise to 2 male gametes। So generative cell से बनते 2 male gametes and 3 cell stage में pollen grains release होते हैं। So this pollen grain इसमें 2 nuclei होते हैं। One is the vegetative cell, the larger cell, and second one is the generative cell. Generative cell divides to form 2 male gametes। We have different types of ovules, like we have orthotropous, anatropous, hemianatropous, campylotropous, amphitropous, and circinotropous। In case of orthotropous ovule, जिसमें जो micropylar end और chalizal end होते हैं, they are lies in the single axis, और इसमें जो unitagmic orthotropous ovule gymnosperm में पाया था, like we have cycus। Then in angiosperm family it is found in Polygonacea and Piperaceae। Second is anatropous ovule। So approximately 80% जो angiosperms हैं उनमें anatropous ovule पाया था। This is most common ovule, and the examples are dicots and monocots, like we have Asteraceae, Solanaceae। Then hemianatropous ovule और hemitropous ovule। This hemianatropous ovule, इसमें जो ovule है anatropous ovule, it gets tilted at 90 degree on the funicle, और ये पाया जाता है इन केस ऑफ ranunculus। नेक्स्ट इज campylotropous ovule। इसमें जो ओव्यूल है इसकी बाहर की अपीयरेंस थोड़ी सी होती है हॉर्स शू की तरह, बट नॉट ऑफ द एम्ब्रियो सैक, एंड दिस इज फाउंड इन फैमिली लाइक वी हैव कैप्रेडेसी, क्रूसीफरी, दैट इज ब्रासिकेसी, देन कैरियोफाइलेसी एंड फेबेसी, लेग्यूमिनेसी में भी ये पाया जाता है campylotropous ovule। नेक्स्ट इज एम्फीट्रोपस ओव्यूल। इन दिस इज़ वेरी यूनिक ओव्यूल। इसमें जो एम्ब्रियो होता है इसकी शेप होती है हॉर्स शू शेप, दैट वी कैन सी। सो इसमें जो एम्ब्रियो की शेप होती है, एम्ब्रियो सैक की शेप होती है, दैट इज हॉर्स शू शेप। सो एम्ब्रियो सैक इज ऑल्सो बेंट लाइक हॉर्स शू। इट अकर्स इन फैमिली लाइक वी हैव एलिसमेसी, ये पाया था एलिसमेसी में। दैन नेक्स्ट इज द लास्ट वन, सिरसिनोट्रोपस ओव्यूल। हियर द फ्यूनिकल or the ovule body is bent through 360 degree so that it takes a complete turn। तो इसमें जो funiculus है complete turn लेता है, और जो ovule है वो bent हो जाता है 360 degree पे। Here micropylar cells and the nucellus all are in same plane। It occurs in Opuntia, the cactus। The next one important structure that is called pollinium। So pollinium is again one important structure that is found in some families, like we have Asclepiadaceae, which is commonly known as milkweed family। इसमें Calotropis पाया जाता है, Calotropis procida, and Orchidaceae। So इन दो families में एक structure पाया था pollinium। Pollinium means इसमें single pollen grains shed नहीं होते हैं, they are released as a group, एक group की तरह release होते हैं। So this pollen packet, ये पूरा का पूरा जो pollen sac है, this structure which is joined by a disc-like structure, this structure is known as pollinium। पोलिनियम इज सिंगुलर, पोलिनिया प्लूरल। तो ये जो पूरा का पूरा स्ट्रक्चर है इंसेक्ट इसको कैरी करता है। सो दैट स्ट्रक्चर इज नॉन एज पोलिनियम, एज इट इज फाउंड इन मेंबर ऑफ फैमिली Asclepiadaceae like Calotropis। So the spores remain together, or pollen grains remain together in a single mass called pollinium। Pollinium occurs in pairs forming balloon-like structures। The structure are called pollinia, इन्हें pollinia कहा जाता है। And each pollinium consists of a stalk that is called corpusculum। Stalk। Next question, a place of collection of dried plant specimen is, options are botanical garden, herbarium, arboreum, all of them। its right answer is herbarium। herbarium collection होती है dried well preserved plant specimen की, जिससे that is used for the classification or taxonomical purposes। so इसे कहा था herbarium। there are various steps which are involved in herbarium preparation, like plant collection, pressing and drying, poisoning of parts, mounting and labeling, storing of herbarium sheets, maintaining an index register। So herbarium is a collection of dried plant specimens and record of specimen maintained in scientific study। और जो dimensions होते हैं herbarium sheet के, they are 41.5 into 20, we can say 42 centimeter, 42 into 29 centimeter, that is 42 centimeter in length and 29 centimeter in width। If we talk about this dimensions in inches, so 11.5 into 16.5 inches। तो इंचेस में 11.5 into 16.5 inches means 11.5 in width and 16.5 inches in length. So these are the dimensions of this herbarium sheet. Next comes botanical garden. So botanical garden is a museum of living plants. जो लिविंग प्लांट्स का म्यूजियम है उसे कहता है botanical garden. यहाँ पे हम बहुत तरह के प्लांट्स को कलेक्ट करते हैं. So this is a type of in situ ex situ conservation. Ex situ conservation means different places से प्लांट को कलेक्ट किया था और उन्हें यहाँ पे प्रिजर्व किया था. So we have different famous botanical gardens, like we have Lal Bagh Botanical Garden that is in Bangalore, or it was started by Hyder Ali in 1760. Then we have Acharya Jagdish Chandra Bose Indian Botanical Garden. Kolkata is also known as Indian Botanical Garden. और ये सिरपुर में present है. However, West Bengal commonly known as Calcutta Botanical Garden. And this garden exhibits a variety of rare plants and total collection of 12,000 specimens. And it is 109-hectare park under the Botanical Survey of India and Ministry of Environment and Forest, Government of India. It's a famous plant is the Great Banyan tree, which is more than 250 years old, and that occupies 4 acres of the area. This is a famous plant which is present in this garden. The next is the Lloyd Botanical Garden that is present in Darjeeling. The National Botanical Research Institute is located in Lucknow, and its foundation was laid out by Nawab Sadat Ali Khan. It's popularly known as Sikandar Bagh. Next is Arboreum. Arboreum singular है और जो Arboreta है that is the plural word. So it is a botanical collection composed exclusively of tree. ऐसी जगह, ऐसा garden जिसमें हम सिर्फ trees को cultivate करते हैं उसे कहा जाता है Arboreum और Arboretum. इसमें variety of species सिर्फ trees की grow करते हैं, that is called Arboreum, उसे कहा जाता है Arboreum. Then we have Bambusetum, means जहाँ पे हम. Next question. Cocos nucifera belongs to the family. Our options are Ericaceae, Fabaceae, Anacardiaceae or Myrtaceae. So its right answer is Ericaceae. This is commonly known as palm family. इसे कहा जाता है palm family. If we talk about this seed structure or fruit structure of this coconut, so it consists of different parts. So this is this functional pore, and these 2 pores are plugged pores, and this hard covering is known as endocarp. जो बाहर से tough hard covering होती है उसे कहा जाता है endocarp. And out of these जो इसमें exocarp होता है, that is outer layer, that is greenish layer, और जो mesocarp है that is fibrous husk mesocarp जिससे fiber बनता है. And the term used for coconut fiber के लिए जो term use किया that is called coir. COIR. Coir is the term used for coconut fiber, which is obtained from the mesocarp of coconut fruit. Then endocarp is hard, stony, and inside this endocarp it contains coconut apple, a sweet spongy mass with dissolved endosperm. So this fleshy thing that we eat is known as coconut meat, endosperm. So coconut palm, Cocos nucifera, it belongs to family Ericaceae, cultivated extensively in tropical areas, जो warm, humid areas होते हैं. For its edible fruit, the coconut palms are found in tropical coastal areas nearly worldwide and probably originated somewhere in Indomalaya. Some members are phonics dactylifera, like we have this date palm, then Erica catechu, that is betel nut, and Borassus flabilifer, that is palmyra palm. So this plant is used as an ornamental plant. Next family Fabaceae. So Fabaceae कुछ यूनिक कैरेक्टर्स, इसे लेग्यूमिनोसी भी कहा जाता है. इसमें जो प्लांट्स होते हैं they may be tree, shrubs or herbs. Leaves compound होते हैं, pinnately compound, maybe palmately compound or trifoliate. Then this Cercis is an exception with simple leaves. Then flowers are bisexual, having both stamens and pistils. Sepals 5 fused होते हैं, petals 5 होते हैं. Stamens 10 or many. Mostly it contains one condition that is called diadelphous condition, 9+1 arrangement of stamens. Then pistils superior means hypogonous condition होती है. Some flowers also contain perigonous condition. Fruit is legume or lumentum. तो जो term fruit के लिए use होती है leguminaceae के member के, that is called lumentum. So this is lumentum. Next family is Anacardiaceae. So जिसमें walnut आता है. So it is large family, mainly tropical tree, shrubs and vines आते हैं. इसमें some species produce urushiol. Cut stem all exude sap, and many are used in drugs, dyes, waxes. In family are pistachio, cashew and mango. In addition to this, it also contain walnut. Alternative leaves होते हैं इसमें. Next, Myrtaceae family. The key features of this family Myrtaceae ranges from woody shrubs to all tall trees. Then leaves are aromatic, containing oil glands. Flowers may be white, pink, red, purple, yellow. They usually have 5 sepals and petals. Many stamens. Stamens are long, conspicuous. Fruit is generally woody. Some plants in this family are like we have Schizium aromaticum, that is called long, clove. Then Schizium cumini, jamun. Schizium, this is also known as Eugenia jambolina. Jamun का scientific name Eugenia jambolina भी है. And other Schizium species. And next comes Schizium gujawa, that is Schizium अमरूद कहा जाता है जिससे, Schizium gujawa. And Schizium species. Then Eucalyptus globus, Safeda. So these all are the member of family Myrtaceae. So this is all about for our today's discussion about this questionnaire. Hope you will get some idea from this presentation. If you have any questions, queries, and any suggestions, you can give it in comment section. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.